What's up, kind people of YouTube? My name is Ahmed, and welcome back to yet another video. Today, I wanted to talk to you about a film that came out on Netflix recently. It's called Bhakshak, and I had a lot of fun watching it for two reasons particularly. I had a lot of fun watching it for two reasons particularly. One, I'm surprised at how good the storyline is for a Hindi film. I mean, it's impressive. And the fact that it was made for Netflix, and I'm pretty sure if it released in theaters, it wouldn't have done as well. So, yeah, those two reasons why I loved it. Okay, let's talk about the film. Firstly, I want to talk about Bhumi Padnekar and her performance. In the last couple of years, she's made some questionable decisions in taking films, and I was starting to lose hope in the kind of films that she was doing, particularly this film called Thank You for Coming. I actually tried doing a review for it, but I was so angry at the film, it didn't look like a review at all. So I just kind of gave up on it, and I'm like, eh, it's okay. The fact that she's such a great performer that she can actually carry a film on her own. But to add to that, the story, the direction, it's directed by the same person who directed Darlings. And if you've seen Darlings, you know the kind of comedy, dark comedy that the director can pull off. And I'm forgetting his name. Once again, I'll let you know.
One eternity later.
So the director's name is Pulkit, and he directed Darlings as well, and it is one of my favorite films. And Bhakshak falls into that category as well. It's very well directed. The colors on it are beautiful. I mean, by beautiful, I mean well dark and blue, and there's a certain tone to it about the film. And if you're watching a slightly darker story, you tend to go towards that sort of color tone, and that reflects the mood of the film. And that is the one reason why I enjoyed watching the film, because they reflected the mood of the film with the color and the music as well. Our man Abhijit from CID is in the film, and dude, the performance that he gave in the film was impressive, because there were moments in the film where I really wanted to slap him right across his face, and I don't think I usually would want to slap anyone across the face unless that person's name is Jeffrey Barathin, and you know exactly why I'd want to slap him across the face. But that's the portrayal of the character, and the dude does such a good job. The actor does such a good job in portraying his character that you fall in love or hate the character either ways. And in this scenario, you genuinely hate the character. That is something that contradicts Bhumi Padnekar's character really well, and the chemistry that the both of them have is interesting to watch. And that is one reason why that is well third reason why I would recommend this film to a lot of people. I think I've spoken about 3 points so far, and I think I have a few more that I want to talk about. I'm not going to count the number of points I have, because quite a few. If I had to put it in a nutshell, I think it's an indie film, darling. And the reason why I'm saying that is, for a studio as big as Red Chillies, they made a film that wouldn't be made by somebody who's an independent director. And that kind of shows that they are willing to take a risk with a director, they're willing to take a risk with a story, they're willing to take a risk with the kind of stories and actors that they are putting across, which is really good. That shows in the kind of proficiency that the technical standpoint comes from. The cinematography is really good, the editing is really well done. I spoke about the color tones, obviously, and it portraying the mood of the film really well. And all of this come together to create a really good film that I can recommend to almost anybody. And the fact that it's based on a true story makes it even more interesting, because you kind of go back and read about it and you're appalled by it a lot more. That makes the story so much more scarier in terms of how it deals with a lot of problems. Overall, I think I had an interesting time watching the film, because it's very well structured, it's very well produced, it's very well directed, and it did give me a lot of information about the kind of situation that a lot of people are in. I would highly recommend that you watch this film. I hope you enjoyed this review. Peace, and I will see you in the next one really soon.